Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Invite Only, Play Everything's weekly gaming podcast where we run you through the nerdy news you need to know about all in the games industry and beyond into pop culture and whatnot. I'm your host, Mike Doherty, and alongside me today is the nasty of the nasties.
What's up, y'all?
Shawn Flowers.
Yep.
How you doing?
I'm good. Tuesday, trying to get some things done. Woke up pretty good today, so...
So if you just saw the intro, and I don't know where I'm going to cut on that intro, I'm trying some new things out. I got to get an intro done for the show because I'm basically... we don't have a producer. Tambo's gone. Tambo's MIA. Who knows where Tambo is? Do you know where Tambo is?
I haven't heard from him. I hit him up a little bit, but I don't know.
It's like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? That's basically Tambo right now. We don't know where he is. He could be in France. Bonjour, la vie, you know what I mean?
Oh, that sounded like real.
It was not. It was not. I pulled that out of my ass. But yeah, so Tambo's gone. Compa Andreas, just send him some sweet nasty love on that Twitter. Just send him some love. I don't know why I said sweet nasty, but go at Compa Andreas. You know what I mean? We're off the rails. Yeah. I'm back to hosting this fucking
nasty
garbage truck of a show. So here we are. You know what I mean?
Hey.
So yeah, I apologize. I'm running. I forgot my original point. You know, I'm running everything off of my phone, the graphics, everything like that. Well, check this out. Look at that. Oh, lower there's just like that, right through my fingertips. So I'm running everything.
Clean.
So I'm trying to stay keep everything on track here. So that intro hopefully will not be like that next week. Oh, and there goes my phone. Hopefully, it won't be like that next week. Sean,
what's up?
What you been playing? This has been a rough intro so far.
I've been playing some the new Final Fantasy VII remake. Get into that, and still dipping my feet in the Apex every now and then, but the new Final Fantasy, really.
Okay.
It's really good.
Well, let's talk about Final Fantasy.
You want to just go straight into it?
Yeah, this is your time, bro. Let's go shafty.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean?
hopped into it. Trying to do a couple things with it, but like the gameplay is really smooth and really clean. I started playing it. I started a new game, but like I started playing the initial game. I played maybe 2 hours into it. And like I wanted to play just to understand exactly what was actually going on and how to mechanically how to switch in the character and do the different abilities and the different moves.
Did you play the original Final Fantasy?
I did not play the original Final Fantasy VII. I couldn't tell you what the full game was about at all, nor its characters.
So you didn't play it?
I didn't play it.
So this is your first time playing?
First time through Final Fantasy VII. So it's interesting to see how the characters really talk to each other, because I don't know the relationship at all. So it's you see the cutest girl walk in the room is Tifa. She walking here looking bomb as hell, right? And you're just like, dang, you see the little love triangle, or at least I created a love triangle. I don't know if it was really a love triangle.
There's always love triangle.
There's a love triangle there, right? Cloud, Tifa, Jessie. It's a lot going on there, but it's cool to see that story unfold. Only thing I know about Final Fantasy VII is the movie Advent Children, which take place a little bit after Final Fantasy VII ends. So that's all I pretty much know about that. But Final Fantasy VII, the gameplay it's really smooth, is how I would really explain it.
Is it really action heavy, in terms of the actual combat and fluidity? It's pretty much like an action game.
It has its moments. I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna get more into that the more I play it. But right now, I feel like it has its moments. But when it does have those moments, it is way more action packed.
So, but it's almost like a almost like a Devil May Cry in terms of movement. Now, obviously, there's the RPG elements of being able to upgrade certain things and have different skill trees, things like that.
It's a little stiff. Just a little bit. Only because the evade system is kind of where you get most of your movements. Mm-hmm. So fights can feel a little stiff, and the enemies be moving around hella quick, and you want to be able to move quick with them because you have to react, and it's the timing is weird. The movement, the character feels stiff when it moves around, but when he's actually doing moves and swinging the sword, it feels really good. It's really satisfying gameplay, and when you're able to switch back and forth between you and whoever else is in the party. Once you get the hang of it and how to work with the short commands, and like the little pauses that they have in between like the gameplay, like it really feels like a clean like ass battle. Like you kind of like narrate your own like fight, like really.
Okay.
If that's how to explain it. It's not really like a hack and slashy. It's kind of like, I'm trying to think of a game. Have you heard of like Halo Wars?
Yeah, that's RPG real time. That's strategy RPG.
Yeah, so take that idea. We have to like throw out minions and strategize like how they attack, shit like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like that type of element, but like on a smaller scale. But you're still doing that essentially.
You're turning me off. I'm gonna be real.
About the game?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, that's just me. That I'm not a big RPG fan at all.
But it's action packed. It's really story driven. I don't really feel like heavy action.
Stiff. Halo Wars. I mean, I don't think there's a combination of words that can make me turn me off the game more other than like Sonic and
okay, maybe I did a bad job of hyping you up. But look,
fighting
look.
game.
I'd say that to say like those are like the really terrible things if I really had to be like really hard on the game.
Okay.
Because like everything outside of that, and that's not even a really big issue. It's just there. Like it's not as clean or as fluid as like normal like RPGs I've played. So like I don't know if you play a lot of RPGs.
Have you played Horizon Zero Dawn?
I have not.
Of course you haven't. I'm just trying to I mean, maybe I'm just gonna have to jump in to it and try it out, give it a whirl, as the kids say.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I mean, as the RPG resident fan, right? What? So it's stiff. Like, what else do you have to go into it? Like, is the story engaging you at all? Is like, Has the game bitten into you yet? You know, that's what I'm really curious about, because that's what it takes for like Doom for me. Like it took me that second level for it to be like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I'm in. I want this.
Yeah.
Are you there yet, or is it kind of this thing where you're not gonna finish it?
Okay, no. I'm really hyped. Fuck you. I'm not gonna finish it. I'm actually really hyped to actually like finish this game, because like I've never, like I said, never played Final Fantasy, never actually known what the actual story is about. But you know about Cloud. You see him like in like he's in Smash Bros. He's honestly like one of the biggest like Final Fantasy like mascots. Mm-hmm. And you know he's like a badass character. So like just playing the game and actually seeing like the story unfold around him, like you know he's like these hardcore badass warrior, but like he's actually a little shit talker, and it's like he has like certain responses like I would make if I was in that situation. So it's kind of funny to see him kind of like do the same things, and I'm just like hyped to see like what he does in the next moment.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
This is your first Final Fantasy game?
No, I've played Final Fantasy 13.
Just the earlier games with like the story and stuff you haven't really played.
I haven't played the first couple Final Fantasies. Okay. Yeah, I jumped in late. And then like I hop around, I kind of do research on which ones. I don't really like a couple of them. Like the story doesn't feel that engaging. It's a different story every time. So It's like I've hopped into like a couple. And like the ones I have played are really good and really fun. And like I like the element behind them, because they're all like strategy games, literally. That's kind of how you play it. But they all kind of feel different. That makes sense.
Okay. I mean, anything else you want to delve into?
I mean,
you're early on in the game as well.
I am early in the game, so I don't want to speak on like elements I don't really know of, because I haven't really gotten to them yet. I know there's certain elements like summoning that kind of maybe change the game a little bit, but I haven't gotten to that stage yet. So like, this is kind of like my early on feels. This is kind of what's driving me right now.
Okay. Anything else you've been playing?
And Apex. Hey.
The usual.
Hey,
so
you know.
I want to get a poll going. I don't even know if you're connected to this, so that's fun. Fill time for a second.
Oh, okay. So what else is the
never mind.
game?
So I have been playing Call of Duty as usual. I'm close to that plat on Doom. Now, if you're out there and you have Doom, Alexander Dayu, I'm looking at you. Adam Woodshaw, I'm looking at you. If you are playing Doom, please hit me up and come harvest these multiplayer trophies with me, because it works for local multiplayer, because I do not want to play real multiplayer. I have no interest in Doom multiplayer. It's not fun from what I've played. A little confusing. Maybe I just need to give it more of a go, but I do not want to get those
How does it work?
Trophies naturally. So it's basically you are either the Doomslayer or one of the demons. And the Doomslayer has to take everybody out. Seems a little dumb.
You're either a Demon Slayer or a demon.
Yeah, and then there's like 3 demons or 2 demons.
So it's like, are you supposed to kill them though, or are you just kind of just like surviving? You're supposed to
kill them. You're supposed to kill all the demons. It's like a level in Doom essentially.
Okay,
but it's like 2 bosses. You're 3 bosses at a time that you're playing against. I honestly have no idea how anyone plays that game in terms of the multiplayer. It's not the best. Doesn't make much sense to me. But hey,
what's turning you off about it though? I mean, it sounds like I've played like games like that. I feel like Battlefront was that to a point when someone turns into like a Jedi, and then like now you have this Jedi, and then you guys are just but then like, you have like soldiers, right?
20 other people that are on your side shooting at the Jedi.
Okay, same thing with the
it's just you.
The demons, right? Oh, it's just 1 versus 3?
1 person versus like a bunch of like NPC or not NPC demons. A bunch of like AI demons, and then 3 like boss demons.
And the 3 boss demons are actual people?
Yeah.
I don't. It sounded fun. Now I don't get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's not my favorite in terms of multiplayer. But yeah, if you're out there and you have it, please hit me up because I want to do some private matches and harvest those trophies so I can platinum this thing and call it a day.
It's a fucking cheater.
No, I just don't want to.
That's cheating.
I'm so glad they did it.
No, that's cheating.
Is it?
Yes, it's like when you're in Call of Duty and like you have those kids that would farm or boost or whatever it was called.
Not if they're in their own lobby. Who
and
cares?
You can just you can do it in multiplayer because that's what you're gonna be doing.
But who cares?
Oh, because it's who cares now. Yeah. I mean, it is who cares, but like you're a cheater. But you don't care to cheat? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think so. Well, I can't log into this damn thing.
Just look over
so
certain cheats. Mind. Certain things just aren't too big to be considered a cheat.
Yo, Rayman's saying I'm a cheater. That's not a cheater move.
That's a cheater move.
Because they make it, if they would have made it to where you don't do private matches, that means, because first of all, these companies
are real trophy hunters. You get that trophy on your own.
That's not true.
That's very true.
No, all the trophy hunters go to each one of their lists. They all have Hannah Montana
they buy their
platinum.
accounts.
No, they all have.
You might as well just buy an account that has platinum the game already because that's what you might as well do.
I can't cheat the main game. I don't give a fuck about multiplayer shit.
So what? You only care about the platinum trophy considers both. So
not all the time.
Yeah, if you try to get you're trying to get platinum, you have to do it all. You have to give a fuck about everything.
You're
or
wrong.
At least try.
You're wrong.
To do it by yourself.
Because
that's
the
how it's supposed to happen.
multiplayer trophies are bullshit on most games. I'd say 90% of the games. There's bullshit multiplayer trophies. But anyway, going back to your
part of the
trophy hunter thing.
That's part of the hunt.
Go to any person who's into trophies. They have the Hannah Montana platinum. They have all the easy fucking platinums. So don't sit here and tell me it's bullshit.
Yeah, you do have those games where like you kind of just sit there and play through the game and you platinum it.
Yeah.
I kind of get those. But those are different types of games. That's not what this is.
Yes, it is.
No.
Anyway, but what? Okay, then what do you say to the people who buy Doom 20 years from now and the servers are shut down and they want to platinum it? What do you say to them?
Platinum's 20 years from now, it won't even be a thing. It would be something different.
No, it's not. Okay, what about 5 years from now and the server shut down?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even think. So, what if it's not even possible to get?
That's why they let you do the local multiplayer. Exactly. Anyway. Now my point was made, which we all know I'm right. Come on, Raymond. You know what I mean?
It's good. I have no more rebuttals. I tried to play devil's advocate. I have no rebuttals.
Call of Duty Season 3 is here and upon us. And good God.
You've been playing that a lot.
I've been playing it a lot.
I really hope you're good because
I'm pretty decent, you know?
That's a quarantine to do to you. Got Mikey playing good.
I'm pretty decent. I wouldn't say I'm like the best. I definitely have like the matches where it's like, okay, yeah, that wasn't great. But I feel like everybody has those where you just get caught by surprise, get knocked down. You know what I mean?
It happens to the worst of us, you know.
No, the best of us, you know. Apex, you never been thrown off on a match early on?
Nah.
You're like, oh, okay, let's restart.
I'm on my toes.
No, you're not. I don't believe it. I need clutch here. But essentially, Season 3, I kind of want to get into it. So, you ready to get into some news?
Let's do it.
News. Thanks for that. You didn't even hit me with it again. It's like you haven't learned.
I forget. Damn.
So I just want to talk about Call of Duty for a minute. Again, I hate that I become such a COD boy, but I am a hardcore COD boy right now. I believe in it, man. I believe it. It's a great game. Essentially, COD Warzone Season 3 has added quads, so squads of 4.
Mm-hmm.
It was previously squads of 3. They did bring back squads of 3 for like a weekend, and then now it's gone, which really upsets me. Because I like the option to be like, okay, if I have 3 friends, I have 3 friends. If I have 4 friends, I have 4 friends.
You can choose the option to not fill, though.
Huh?
You can choose the option to not
yeah,
fill.
but it puts you at an extreme disadvantage. Like at that point, why
I mean, if your friends are good.
No, me and my friend were playing quads, and we had a random person. We got the dub, and they actually cleared out the last dub. We got final circle. We're like, where's this last guy? Where's this last guy? The circle was literally like that small. We couldn't see him. And then little corner all the way up at the top, right on the top roof. There's a little corner that wasn't in the gas. And I was like, where is this guy? And I look up, and he's there. And he just goes pop, 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 and kills me. I'm like, oh my god! And then kills my friend. And then this chick just takes him out, wins it for us. Damn. Yeah. So it's like if we didn't fill that squad, it would have been done. It would have been over. So that's what I'm saying. It puts you at an extreme disadvantage if you are down a person. So that's why I don't like that. So I want them to bring quads back. They did bring it back for a little bit. I'd also like to see duos. That'd be cool. But, you know, I'll take what I can get. I don't want to split the server too much, but I think there's enough players where I think they'd be able to fill out everything just fine. Just like, I mean, Fortnite did it. You could do quads. You could do squads. You could do quads. I heard they were going to do single.
I heard they were going to increase the amount of people they can have in the whole entire lobby from 150 to 200. So maybe they're just allowing you to have an extra person to kind of like balance those odds, or maybe kind of speed that game up.
There was nothing announced. I heard officially that was 200. For the gameplay mode, but
yeah, I'm just saying that. This is what I've heard. I don't know if that's.
I just don't want them to split the servers too much, which I see why they wouldn't do quads and duos. Yeah. All at the same time. I want them to, though, just because I'd like, if it's just me and my boy, I just want me and my boy there. I don't like being put at a disadvantage. But who knows? Okay, so they added quads. They added a new operator because who cares about the new operators? To be honest, it's like the least appealing thing. Lots of cosmetic stuff as usual. You can actually do vehicle skins now.
Warzone cosmetics aren't really that good to me. No. Like, I don't really feel like enticed.
It's probably the worst part of the game is the cosmetics and stuff. Now, every once in a while, there's like a sick gun that you're like, oh yeah,
that doesn't. They have that one gun, the Cerulean. Really cool. Like they should do like more guns like that, like where they have like weapon effects, like you're shooting. Okay, you could be shooting bullets and be like those bullets turn like blue or something like that. Like you can kind of see those whiz through the air like that. I feel like that'd be cool to see.
They have a lot of that. Really? Yeah, they do. Oh. Yeah, but I mean, like, it's how much can you get past like red bullets, blue bullets, green bullets?
I mean, this is why I said I don't know about this game.
Yeah, I mean, sure. If you're playing the game for cosmetic stuff, sure, not your game.
True.
You know, if the cosmetic stuff's on what you're interested in, yeah, stick to Fortnite.
But that sounds like where all the money is, though.
Apex. Sure, so like, but they're still making lots of money.
Off of what? It's free.
I know, but they're still making money off the cosmetics, even though they're bullshit cosmetics, which I agree with. I agree with that statement. Bad cosmetics.
Okay.
But hell of a fun game.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to buy them.
Yeah,
but
so it's cool that they added vehicle skins, which I think is kind of cool. You get in a vehicle, and then it becomes the skin that whatever you have set. All right. I mean, it's just they're trying to find more ways to monetize this thing because I don't think their weapon skins are really helping out. But again, I want to see more cool weapon skins. I think they could do that. There's definitely room for improvement there. You can also a lot more games in terms of guns dropped into the actual game as well, which before was like the Scar and then the M4, and that's like kind of really it.
Yeah.
Now it's like a lot more. You can do like silenced AK. You got my favorite, the Odin. Like you have all different kinds of weapons that drop.
When I played, it was like the Scar and like the M4. Those were like the lowest tier, like I guess the common, and then like all those extra like silenced P90 with whatever scope or like the rare, and then you have like the level that goes up. So like I just assumed like maybe those are just uncommon weapons. So do they have more of those weapons, or is it just still?
Yeah, it's more of the uncommon weapons, and then they added things like now you can get thermal scopes on a drop and things like that. Okay. So you don't have to wait for a loadout drop to get like really cool attachments. Like thermal scopes are like my favorite. You can get SMG thermal scope all like tricked out.
You look for the snakiest ways to get the kill. The thermal scopes, bro.
What's up? What's wrong with the thermal scopes?
Nothing's on thermal scopes.
It sounds like
it just feels untrue. It just feels like an untrue kill. You know
why?
Because it's easy.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Who's on?
Interesting. I just like how you want to hate on me every step of the way. And, I appreciate it because my strength is in my haters. So, great stuff out there right now in terms of Warzone.
Statement.
Like I said, I really like what they did with the weapons. I feel like you can find epic crates a lot easier now. They spawn a lot more frequently than before.
The game felt like a ghost town last time I played. I'm gonna try season 3 though.
What are you talking about?
Not a ghost town as far as like characters, but like
Just
ghost town as far
delete
as like loot.
Just
Like I
delete the
feel like
game.
I would never get the same thing. No, I mean look, I'm just talking, man.
Let's just leave the game.
Talk with me, baby.
I'm
You
over
good?
it.
You
I'm
good?
over the hate.
What? Okay. All right.
I'm over the hate. You know what I mean?
You're right.
No, for real though, I've become such a COD boy. It's really alarming, and someone should tell my family because it's becoming an issue.
I see.
Yeah.
You good?
That's all you got to
We
say.
all right? We cool?
Yeah, bro.
All right. Hey. Okay.
Step off. I got a lot of testosterone in me right now. COD boy. Ah.
All right.
So yeah, I just wanted to talk about the Call of Duty update. I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a ton of fun. It would be cool to do like a community night or something eventually. I think that would be a really good game to kind of lend itself to. I don't know.
I'd be down for that to happen. That. Did they? How many people can you get like in a private lobby? Is it like 16?
Yeah, you can do quite a bit in a private lobby. You could do like a full game of like team deathmatch or something.
That sounds pretty fun.
Yeah,
I'd be in that.
Yeah, I think it would be fun.
I say we set that up.
Rainbow Six, we got a lot of games. We'll see. Who knows?
Set that up.
We're all dying of this cancer that is called coronavirus. Anyway, Microsoft staggered launch would hurt Xbox Series X. So this was interesting when I was reading this. So this actually was revealed or broke. The news broke on Podcast Unlocked, an IGN podcast. Basically, they had Phil Spencer in to talk about the Xbox and just, a podcast guest as usual. And he is saying that there's no plan B, or they have no plan B for if the console is delayed.
Right.
Essentially. If COVID gets so bad, the console is delayed. And he is basically, so speaking to IGN on its Unlocked podcast, Spencer responded to a question about plan B that could happen if the spread of the COVID-19 virus makes launching a new console impossible in 2020. IGN suggested that the staggered launch could be achievable this year, with Xbox Series X made available in some territories before others. Then Spencer said, I know that significant delays in regional launches hurts us. Spencer said, referring to the gradual launch of Xbox One, it hurts us with the sentiment of the fans. Every time I go to Japan, I'm reminded that we were 9 months late launching there with the Xbox One. And the internet means that everybody knows where everything is launched. It's not like 30 years ago. You don't get the roar of people excited from other regions that you would back then. We haven't started on a plan B, but I'll be hesitant to do something like that. Supply chains that rely on China's manufacturing capacity have started to come back, Spencer said, in a way that bodes well for the Xbox to meet its targets this year. However, he stressed that the biggest challenges that Xbox faces right now are mostly software related than hardware related. With its workforce now operating from their homes, Microsoft is still solving their problem of replicating vital development functions with a distributed team. Building a video game from home with a large distributed team of hundreds of people is not easy, Spencer said, framing that problem as a moving target that Xbox is still coming to terms with. So essentially, interesting. So first of all, this thing's still not coming out. I don't care what he says. The demand alone it's just, if it does come out, you are going to get a staggered launch like he says he doesn't want to do. There's just no way that they're going to have enough units to be able to supply everybody. They're going to go North America, then they're going to go this, they're going to go that, and then it's going to be really, really hard to get. I think no matter what PS4, Xbox, they're doing with their launch. There's either delaying it or it comes out and you're not going to be able to get one.
Right. I believe that too.
But he did say something which I thought was interesting that I didn't hear anybody from any of these companies really say, is it really hurts more software than it does hardware. So if you have an Xbox that comes out and a Halo Infinite isn't there, it doesn't matter. Like that's
you got just this hardworking piece of machinery with nothing to play.
Yeah, and that's the conundrum he's talking about here, which, again, it's interesting that I haven't heard anybody really talk about the software side of things, but of course, that's why The Last of Us was delayed most, probably, right?
Yeah.
Because you have everybody working from home, and video games is such a collaborative effort, where it is, you need everybody there, you need to be able to, hey, come check this out real quick. I like, how do you make that work remotely? So... I mean, The Last of Us, I could even see it being delayed. If I was Sony, oh man, I would push it to a PS4 launch game. If you had like 3-year launch games that aren't going to make it on time. Last of Us is almost dead.
Like I said, I feel like they're trying to sneak that in.
I would love that. I mean, I wouldn't love that because there's a lot of people like, you said it was a PS4 launch, you pieces of shit, greedy motherfuckers, blah, 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 right? But if I were Sony, I'd be like, look, they're not going to have Halo because that's not, he didn't say that, right? But my indications are they're not going to have Halo in time. So carry over The Last of Us and have that be your one launch game. I think it would be perfect.
I think that'd be probably the best thing they could do.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. And again, it says indefinitely, right? Last of Us 2 delayed indefinitely. And they could be like, oh, well, we just put it over to the PS4.
Yeah. It just so happened to work out. It just happened to work out.
But he's also saying that... even with a Halo Infinite launch, he would not consider delaying the console. Like if the Halo Infinite was delayed, sorry, that's what I meant to say. If Halo Infinite was delayed, they would not delay the console.
Do they have a confirmation? Does that mean that like every other game is confirmed, like they're ready and set in stone to launch? Because
no, we only know. I mean, really, we only know about Halo. That's like the only.
So like besides Halo, what other game do you think was like really like speculated for? Like
none. There's nothing. I don't know if they have anything. I don't know if Sony has anything. You know,
Sony didn't say they had anything. They have just games that come around it that should be able to be played on there, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying is that Sony doesn't even have anything. I doubt Xbox even. I mean, even though they have all these studios that haven't put out a game in a generation, I don't think they really have anything other than Halo. Like who knows? But here's the thing: is like even if Halo's delayed and then they have other games, it's still like, okay, your system seller's gone. Yeah. Like new IP is very hard to sell at console launch. Like you need something established there. I'm gonna say something that might be really dumb. So hold on. All right. So hold on. So say they come out with the Xbox X series, right? They've already said that you can play, as long as you have the Xbox Game Pass, you can play like the new games on both systems, right? Or games on both systems. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I'm not sure, but say if you did still buy the Xbox X after that, what if they make like enhanced versions of those games that you could still play onto the new Xbox? That makes sense? Like the games that are already big playing, Gears of War 5, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like say they enhance Gears of War 5. Oh, yeah, like, no, you can play them all on the Xbox. Yeah. So I'm saying like maybe if you were just looking to get something that was a lot smoother, because people clearly invest into that when it comes to like PC building. So I feel like people would want that. Yeah, if they're willing to pay that price. Who knows though? Like that's the thing, and I could see if there's a demand, people are gonna want it just to have it, so they don't have to fight for it. So like if there's one in a store, they're gonna grab it because they don't want to wait for. I mean that the Nintendo aspect of famine mentality really really works, where it's like we're gonna put out 20 of these bitches. And everybody's going to want them. And so if they see one in the wild, they're going to grab it because these are so hard to get. But does that mean Nintendo's doing good? Because maybe they're just not able to keep up with production. Because I don't know if that's good for the company. Typically in the past, they have manufactured famine. Like they had purposely? Plenty. Yeah, purposefully. Because it sells. They've been caught. There's been lots of articles on like how they do things. Now, that was a different type of business. Yeah, the Nintendo Switch on actually was the first time that I don't think they manufactured it, where it was actually they couldn't keep up with manufacturing of the actual console itself instead of the demand for the console. They're really good at manufacturing demand, and that the reason I'm saying it's delayed is because this other article is basically Nintendo says way more systems are on the way. The Switch is sold out everywhere. I don't know where you are in the world right now, but the Switch is sold out. You can count on that. I got a Switch. You might be going for a couple $100 bones. Hit my inbox, that kid Flowers. Can you just? Oh, there you go. There you go. There we go. But no. Hit me. Hit your boy. It is troubling because the Switch, which is already an established console that already has a manufacturing rhythm, is having manufacturing issues because of COVID.
Yeah.
And demand. I mean, both, right? So if you mix COVID and your manufacturing woes in terms of not this factory and this factory and this factory aren't open, and this factory is only running at like half mass, right? This is going to be the same thing Sony and Xbox are going to run into. So they're going to have to choose, do we need to stagger release, or do we launch and just have this famine mentality in terms of you're not going to be able to get one of these for like months? Which I really think is going to be the case.
Like even post-launch?
Yeah, post-launch, yes.
So like
months.
When we say months, like
months
before they even start coming to stores type months?
No, I'm saying months after launch. You're not going to be able to get one. So, I mean, Nintendo Switch, I mean, you're already there right now with it. And these just him being like, there's no way China's already opening back up. It's not going to be the case, folks. Delayed. They're either going to be delayed or impossible to get. Like, that's just one of the two. My bet's on delay because I feel like that would make the most sense. But again, he could just launch. They could just launch. I say he, like he's the ultimate choice. The Xbox, Microsoft can just launch it and be like, oh, there you go. Like, stab each other for it, you know?
Yeah.
Or, which I could see them doing. But again, if you delay it, I feel like you build up the hype. And then you can launch it all, and then all of a sudden, Halo Infinite has 6 more months of development.
But you build up the hype to what? You have 1 game, 2 games. If those games don't meet expectations, then
or you launch without Halo, and then you just upset people because they're like, even if it's like a famine mentality, right?
Yeah.
Then word gets out, there's nothing to play on it. Who's gonna buy it?
Or like I said, or they wait and launch and they get Halo and they're like, this game is half-assed.
Delay. Well, I mean, that too. But, I mean...
You guys had ample amount of time because the game was delayed.
If that's the case, then that's the case either way.
No.
Yeah.
No. Because I feel like if the game...
If the game was half-assed 6 months, you get 6 months extra. You think it wasn't half-assed 6 months before?
Yeah, but, I mean, look, to my point is that even if I feel like it would be an extra excuse because they had more time to work on the game because the delay for the Xbox being launched. So I feel like if the game comes out half-assed, it'd be like a stronger argument that could kind of ruin the reputation of Xbox.
If it's a half-assed game, it's gonna be a half-assed game. I don't think the development time has really anything to do with it. In my opinion, I feel like if a game comes out and it's half-assed and you get an extra 6 months because of the console delay,
yeah,
I feel like it was way half-assed 6 months ago. Like a game never really gets worse, to be honest. A game only gets better, typically. Even with Last Guardian, the reason it was delayed because it was a shitty game, and what came out, a pretty shitty game.
Do you ever have like?
So it wasn't really good back in 2007, and then it came out in 2013, 14, and it was like, oh, this is all right. You know,
I feel like that sometimes. Like you look back and you look like things are all right.
But you never played that game. That's what I'm saying. So you wouldn't even be able to know if it was like a really, really good game back then. Because, I mean, these developers are still talented people. They still want to make a good product.
Right.
So some things just get caught in development hell, but it doesn't mean it was really, really good and then all of a sudden it went really, really bad. I mean, it was just incrementally getting better. And maybe not the big steps like something like The Last of Us had, where it was like, it's a good game, it's a good way to think about it.
Yeah, I can see.
It's a really decent game. It's a fun game to. Oh my gosh, this is a masterpiece, right?
Yeah.
You don't have those incremental steps where you have this is good, this is better, this is a little bit better. It's all right. At the end of the launch, right? I mean, again, I don't know. I don't make video games, but I assume I feel like that's what I hear about is games getting better, not really worse. Because again, you really have dedicated people, hardworking, artistic people behind it. It's just sometimes you get a bad hand of cards. The
way I think about it is games get worse because you don't have much time to improve on what was already there. Like as far as like the idea and the concept. So like. I feel like if the game gets delayed and like it's not like through the water like a fantastic game for the Xbox, because I feel like the hype of them delaying the launch would hype up the game as well. So I feel like if it's not like out of this water, I feel like people would feel like it's half-assed because you would expect, like, consumer expectation, I guess, would be just through the roof.
Who knows? And that's the thing. We're in the murky waters here. Nobody knows how this is gonna play out. Like I said, for one, I don't think you're getting your consoles this year. The Nintendo Switch is already having an
Committed
issue.
to it. It's bad for everybody. No
I mean, be
consoles.
ready. I mean, as children die in the streets, I want you to remember Mikey was right. The consoles are delayed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember to tweet that at me when it happens.
Hashtag Mikey was right.
As the most credible game journalist in the industry. You know what I mean?
I mean, ringing your phone, bro. You'd be like, hey, you're that guy.
I'll break the news. I'll break it right now. So, yeah, that's what's going on in terms of the actual manufacturing side of all these. I thought it was interesting. He brought up the software side. I think a lot of games are really, truly fucked. I think Ghost of Tsushima is really going to suffer as a result of this if they do not delay. Because they're like right in that area where it's like, okay, this is like the time where you really polish a game. Ghost of Tsushima is not going to get that polishing time, or at least like in the way that normal games would get that polishing time. I think Ghost of Tsushima is going to have some issues. Yeah, I mean, and by the way, during all this lockdown stuff, this is a perfect time to market Dreams. And guess who's not marketing Dreams? That's just another thing. You have a game that's out.
Make your own game within a game.
You have a game that is a true time waster that you could really market as like, this is something for you to do. And I have not heard a peep out from Sony, PlayStation, Media Molecule.
Yeah. Do you think there's something going on behind the scenes?
They're done.
You think that's what it
Mark
was?
my words, I think they're done.
Do you think that's what this means though? Like
No, I mean,
because, like,
I
there
think
was
they're
no
just bad at
marketing
marketing in general.
Sony?
Yeah.
Sony's marketed God of War. They've marketed...
Not great. None of their marketing stuff's been great.
But they did it. They didn't market Dreams at all.
Sure.
So I feel like, I don't...
Sure, yeah, they did it. It doesn't mean it was good. Their PlayStation All-Star stuff was marketing, but it wasn't good marketing. It was good shit for people like me. But then you have like people who are watching the Super Bowl seeing this fucking terrifying sack thing fly around fighting the guy with his shirt off in live action. It doesn't make much sense. Their approach, let me just say, has been subpar in terms of marketing.
But my point is they didn't do that at all for Media Molecule's
Yeah,
Dreams.
I mean, they're done.
So it's like, I feel like maybe there was something going on behind the scenes where like, I feel like Media Molecule was probably left on their own. Maybe some breakdown back there.
I love speculation. I love rumors, and I love talking shit. So I assume something over there is not right.
Something's not right in the
That
forest.
they're not addressing this, and it's a real issue. And I feel like this would be the perfect time to market your little fairy tale game.
The skeletons in the closet.
Who knows?
Hold your back.
Who knows? Not a fan of the UK, Sony. Not a fan of the UK. Apparently.
Oh, you numbered.
And I mean, yeah, it's been a light news week, everybody. I got a couple more stories here for you. Hot off the press, Mafia 2 and Mafia 3 definitive editions listed by Ratings Board. Basically, we heard these rumors back last year during summer, but Mafia 2 and Mafia 3 have been rated by a Taiwan Digital Game Rating Committee. The news arrives thanks to a tweet from Nebula, which links the website of the Ratings Board where the games found to be registered by Take-Two Asia. Each game is rated for 3 instances: PC, PS4, Xbox One. So we're going to get those games out. I'm excited. I actually haven't played the Mafia games. I'm actually really interested in the Mafia games. I think it would be another good time suck. Yeah.
I mean, I've never played the Mafia games, but I feel like the most interesting part of the Mafia game is like the world they put you in and like the time period sometimes.
Yeah.
It definitely looks like a good like story for
Mafia 3 I heard was like beloved in terms of the actual series. I'm excited. I mean, look, give me these games, $30. Let me take a crack at it. I'm for it on the new, as they say.
New?
Who knows? I don't know. More games remastered. This is just news that was out there. We had nothing to talk about, so here we are talking about the Mafia 2 and Mafia 3 re-release. Speaking of re-released and remastered, Saints Row 3 remastered announced for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Essentially the same shit, but for Saints Row 3, which was beloved.
Did you play
by
that one
many.
growing up?
No. I was always a GTA guy.
Did you feel like it was either or for you too?
Yeah.
I felt like that.
Yeah. I mean, I am primal. I have a this or that mind.
You know, I can almost tell what type of person you were back then. Where like, if I asked you like, we trying to play GTA, and you say, no, I'm really trying to get into Saints Row 2 or something like that. I'm like, what?
You're like, well, bro, it's so much better. Why are you playing that garbage GTA? I don't understand why.
Yeah, and I'm like, huh, bro?
You're such an Xbox sellout. You crony, dog.
I played
Saints Row 3 is just way more innovative and just really just takes it to the next bar. It's really everything Grand Theft Auto wants to be. Like that's those people, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of person I was and still have a little bit left in me.
Really?
Yeah, I was totally that. The console war stuff.
I've never been.
I would go tooth and nail.
I would always be able to talk within the console war, but I never really was like.
Oh man, it pissed me off too. Because here's the thing. I think this is what really did it for me. Everybody would clown on me for having a PS3. Like,
yeah, that was bad.
They would clown on me for having a PS3. Why you have that? Servers suck. Blah blah blah. Like the controller sucks, blah blah blah. Like you could have an Xbox that you'd be playing with all of us, bro, playing Call of Duty, blah blah blah. Again, I wasn't a Call of Duty boy at the time, but now I'm a sellout. Activision gave me thousands of dollars, and that's why I love Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, action. Buy now at your local retailer. Maybe not. Maybe just buy it online actually, so you don't die.
Okay.
But no, I loved like PlayStation so much, and I wasn't into Call of Duty. I wasn't in the online games. I like the single player experiences, right? So I would always have to go. I bet I could play Call of Duty too. Like I would always have to make these arguments, right? Where it's like all the games you play, I could play.
You missed
than
it
Halo.
though. But like I know you probably had a good experience, but like from the Xbox side, you missed it.
No. Didn't miss anything.
You missed it.
Here we go.
And I'm sorry that
you're reacting it in my brain right now, and I'm about to stab you.
that period of life just didn't happen for you because that was a great time.
Look, I dabbled in it. I was there at the friends' parties.
You had a PS3. You weren't there.
Friends' parties.
PS3. You weren't there.
Look, Halo wasn't that intriguing.
You wasn't in the. You wasn't in the lobby. You wasn't in the party chat. You wasn't there.
Well,
bro.
you missed Uncharted. You missed all these great games. Infamous.
Boo hoo! I had Halo
games.
for like 6 years. Because
it
was great.
You're good at that, though. You're good at that. I like to play video games. You like to play video game, you know? And that's kind of like just how it is. And that's why Apex is the only game that you've played in the last year, you know? You know? And I like games. I like playing multiple games.
Let me get this out.
I like finishing games. I think games are fun where you like game, you know? It's like the people who buy a PS4 for Madden every year. That's you. But that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't make you any less of who you are.
You done? Look. I like good games that last long time. You just like games because you just run through.
I didn't say it with that Asian accent.
Who said that accent was Asian?
Well, it sounded clearly Asian.
That definitely wasn't Asian.
You like games long time.
I'm not claiming it. The sentence was structured weird. But I don't think it had an accent to it.
Clearly, there's broken English in it.
So you assumed it's Asian because it's broken English.
Yeah, because nobody else talks like that, you know?
No one else as far as what?
What do you mean? I mean, we getting into this.
No.
Like races, like other races. Don't talk like that. It's jokes, folks. It's jokes.
It's a joke.
We're having a good time.
I love this dude. That's funny, though.
We get it. You like one game.
I like good games. Not one game. You just like games, and then you just... It's like you don't even care about it. Like, oh, yeah, that's a good one. You just throw it in the back.
Platinum them. That's all.
Yeah, and then you just, throw it in your closet.
Yeah.
After
I platinum it, which means I 100%ed everything there is to do in the game because I love that game so much.
No, okay. So you do everything in the game, and then that just means what? The game isn't good anymore?
No, it means I'm done with it. I don't have to play it anymore because I finished it to completion.
I've beaten games, and I've kept playing them because I enjoyed playing the game. Not
sure.
just
I mean, there's
beating
multiplayer, you know?
Precisely.
So like games like The Last of Us, if you
That makes a good game.
You got a lot of good multiplayer. That multiplayer makes a good game. Is that really the argument you're gonna make right now? Is that really the argument you're gonna make right now?
Multiplayer kind of completes a game sometimes, given the mechanics can hold it. And that's an edgy topic.
Look,
we don't have to go back and forth on that
yeah,
one.
let's go. Let's unpack what you just said. You know, because it really just unveils so much about you as like as a gamer. You know.
What do you mean?
You know, because you don't finish anything with a story, and you only play one game for the entire 3-year span because it's a good game. It's a long game. I just feel like, you know.
Say it.
You're multiplayer only, really. Which is really only. I mean, that's you. You do it. You rock it. You own
look,
it.
if this is an intervention moment, then we could say that I'm heavily multiplayer.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say heavily. I would say like you are.
No, because here I am. You know, playing my games. I play story games.
What single player game have you finished in the last year? Yeah. Let's let that sit in. And then, folks, listen up. And that's silence.
And come on.
That's how many single player.
I played a lot of games in the last year.
How many hours have you put into multiplayer games?
I put a lot of games in the last year.
Overwatch and Apex.
For you to just call me out like that on camera, like that's very like.
Name one.
Name one what?
I can name some.
Some games?
Yeah.
That what you completed, or just games that you played?
Completed. 100%.
Can you name the games that you just played and just never completed? Because I can.
I can name a few of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, it's clearly the finishing and platinuming outweigh the 2 levels in.
I mean, look, if that's what means it's a good game, look, sometimes you just buy the games you have a lot of hope.
No, it just means I enjoy games.
And then you played the game, and then like the hope just shoot, and you just realize it just wasn't a good game for you.
Sure, every game then, every game Flowers has played that isn't multiplayer.
Hey,
only.
look, everyone's picky on their own thing. Okay.
Tell me if this is interesting to you. Let me know, because this has just been vamping to fill this hour. In all honesty, I enjoy going after Flowers.
You know, I can never say I didn't try. Put on a shirt.
Sure. I mean, if the basic qualification was you buying the game, then sure.
No.
You can't say you never tried.
Because I played those games.
Sure.
Of course, that doesn't qualify.
If I flunk out of college, you can't say I didn't try. You know what I mean? I was there.
I think if you attempted college, I can say you tried.
No.
What do you mean? I mean, if attempt meaning like you really try, like you actually went to class.
If you really try, you don't. You know?
I mean, the material's hard for everybody, and sometimes life happens to everybody, and they're not able to.
As somebody who's not in college, who was in college, I did not try.
Look, you just made a choice.
I was there. Wasted a lot of money.
You didn't try?
Sure, again, through circumstances of my own, I'm no longer there. But right, let's say
that's not what this is about.
I was still there. I probably still wouldn't have tried and not gone through. I'm just being real, you know?
Hey, I mean, just keep it real. I can't say anything. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're just real, you're real about it. That's your situation.
Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on live, let me know in the chat. Again, we go live at 7 o'clock every Tuesday, Pacific Standard Time, right here on mixer.com/playeverything. If you want to come join us live, have some fun in the chat. And if not, that's okay. You're probably listening to this on podcast services or youtube.com/playeverything. Thank you for the support. I burped and it kind of threw off my cadence there.
Oh, threw me off. I was like, oh.
Yeah, no. So yeah, leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. It really, really helps us out. And again, on the podcast services, please leave a review. It really helps us get in the algorithm. Subscribe there. Lets us the Apple know that we're worth actually putting up there in terms of the boards, the listening boards on the recommendeds. And again, if you're listening live, go ahead and drop those sparks. It really helps us out. Those are free. You get those free just by watching on Mixer, and you drop those. It helps us get in the algorithm, helps us grow. Again, if you have anything to add to the conversation we had today, let us know in the comments down below on YouTube.
I think we had a good conversation.
Sure. I mean, we had great debate. I had a good time.
You had a good time?
Made something that might get me canceled, but it's jokes. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's jokes.
It's COVID. No one's canceling.
It's jokes, right? Like, what else are we gonna do here, right? Just a joke. Like, I touched him.
Just some jokes.
It's love.
Pallet around. I'm extremely
COVID-19.
hot, and I don't know why. I'm drenching with sweat.
Because we making hot jokes.
I don't know why it was so rough today. I apologize. It was rough today. It will improve. And especially the opening. I bet you forgot about that by now. But the opening was atrocious.
But it's always a good time when it's rough.
But not always, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got sensitive nips.
We don't do that anymore. We're purified. That's not what we do.
Until next time, thank you for watching Invite Only. I'm Mike Doherty. You can follow me at Cheeks_Junior. This is Shawn Flowers. You can follow him at That Kid Flowers.
Yes, sir.
You got anything else you want to plug?
Follow me, honestly, on all social medias at That Kid Flowers, you know, because that's me.
And send some send some love to Compa Andres on Twitter at Compa Andres. Tell him you miss him.
Send some love to the boy.
Tell him it's not the same without him. Of course, lie because it's better. It's clearly better, but lie to him. Say that it's not the same. And I will see you next week. I'll also see you tomorrow. Tech Fever. Look for that. Me and Kevin Quello. That's on Thursdays. And I am out. Goodbye.